want to embroider these tea towels, stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to our happy place. My name is C and my channel is All Things Crafting, and today I am going to bring you a tutorial with my embroidery machine. I am going to embroider tea towels. So let's jump into the intro. The first thing we need to do is have our material, which is a tea towel. I just got this from Micheals. I have my hoops, which you need for embroidering. This is, I think it's a 6x4 hoop, the smallest hoop that I have. I'm going to need some backing, which I'm going to try to use this piece that I've already used. I'm going to see if it works. Otherwise, I'll have to cut a new piece. The first thing I have to do is actually hoop the material. That's what it's called, hooping. But in essence, I'm going to be putting the tea towel into the hoop. So let me flip you down so you can see what I am talking about. Okay, so this is called hooping when you take the backing and the material that you're embroidering on and you literally put it in the hoop like so before you put it on the embroidery machine. So this is not easy, at least I don't find it easy, but it is necessary. So let's see, I'm going to, it has a little groove in it, so I'll try to see how this is done. So you got to consider where you're going to be embroidering. In this case, I'm going to be embroidering right here. The backing needs to be on that. It's really called stabilizer. Couldn't think of the word earlier, but it's called stabilizer. And they have different types of stabilizers. But the one that I'm using is kind of the universal one for just about anything. Okay, so then the hoop has these notches right here, you can see, and they kind of fit down inside like a puzzle inside the other part of the hoop. I need to loosen it some right here, make it wide enough. Once you get that piece down in there secure, then you need to tighten it to make sure that the fabric and the stabilizer will not slip out. Make sure that everything is taut. And you want to tighten it. And I still have too much slack in it. You see how that's moving? It should kind of ping, but so that means I need to tighten it some more. This is a little screwdriver that came with it, which will allow me to actually tighten this, which it'll be easier. Tighten with your hand. So now you can see the difference. It's a little tighter. Make sure that everything is straight in here. Give it a few more cranks. Okay, so that's good. Doesn't have too much slack in there, but it's just enough. And so now this is hooped. This is the front. This is the back that has the stabilizer on it. And now we are going to go over to the embroidery machine. So let's go. This is my Baby Lock embroidery machine. You've seen this in my unboxing video, but here it is again. So I am just going to turn it on. All my designs I keep on thumb drives. So I need to pop my thumb drive in on the side because it has a USB port. over here. Alright, now I'm going to hit this USB symbol right there. The design that I'm going to do is But Coffee First, which I think is that one right there. I'm going to hit set. Yep. And then it brings up the design right here. So the next thing that I need to do is to actually put my hoop on. This little part I call the arm of the hoop. You need to make sure that all your fabric is kind of flat so it can go underneath the needle and the foot, but also I probably have to bring you in. Also, it needs to slide into this mechanism. So you slide it all the way in, put that down to lock it. Then you want to pull all your fabric out of the way. And so now you have your area in which you want to embroider. Okay? We have the design up, as I said before. So we are going to just kind of make sure that we have the design in the right place. I'm going to use these arrows just to move it down further, and as I push down on this, you may be able to see that the hoop is actually moving too. I'm happy with that, so then I'm going to hit the embroider button. Now what this tells me is that there's 4 colors in this design. It also tells me how many minutes it's going to take to stitch out each color. But even though the colors are here, you can really make it any color that you want. You need to make sure that you are using the right kind of thread, which is rayon thread. I am going to use this nice silver, and I am going to use, I think, a black to contrast that. And so now it is time to thread the machine. Because I have a 1 needle machine, I will have to change my colors every time it's needed to switch. Okay, so I have loaded my thread on, and on the top here there are numbers. You see the 1, 2, and it comes all the way down. So I am going to thread it. The machine is threaded, and in the bottom, which I won't show you now, but underneath here is where the bobbin is. The thing I need to do is to drop the needle foot back here. Ready to go. Okay guys, let's get ready to embroider. Do the do. I think it's very fascinating to watch it do its thing. The total design is going to be 8,251 stitches, and it's going to take 17 minutes to complete the entire design. But the red is how many stitches I've already done and how much time it's taken. Here the 4 is how many colors that you're going to use and the one is telling you that I am on my first color. And then this is the breakdown of how long it will take each color to actually print. And these are the colors in which the design was mapped out in. It says, but first. So now I need to switch. Put the cap on. Let's get started. Do the rest. Last piece is the coffee cup, and we are going to be done. As you can see here, we're almost done with all the stitches. It now says finished embroidering. I hit OK. Takes me back to the original. I now need to remove it from the machine. Finish. It says, but first coffee with a little coffee cup. It's a little star and a little arrow. I am going to just snip some of these threads off that are hanging. So I'm just going to go on with my scissors and snip them right off. You don't want to cut the threads that are stitched. You just want to do the ones that are hanging just to kind of clean up the design. Now we need to unhoop it, which we need to unscrew this. Loosen it enough to pop the top off. Let's see. Bam. Here we go. Move it up a little bit. Alright, we've taken the top hoop off. And here's the bottom hoop again. And so now we got the project finished. But now we need to flip it over the back because we have to trim off the stabilizer. So basically, we just need to cut around the design as close as we can without cutting into the design. And you can trim up the back. It's going to be some loose threads around there that you could trim up. This really isn't going to be seen because it's going to stay folded. Okay, so we are all finished. So here you go. It is going to be backed by this teal towel. She's hanging it over her oven door, and it will look like this, and it will say but first coffee. So I think it came out cute using the black and the silver up against that teal. I think that was a good color combination. That is my quick tutorial. Definitely happy and pleased with the results. So guys, thanks so much for sharing this video with me. I want you to like, comment, and most importantly, I need you to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Just go ahead and hit the button. The notification bell is important as well because you don't want to miss any content that I drop on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. Again, share it with someone else who you feel as though could benefit from what we did today. And until we see each other again, enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.